Rise of Iron predictions, clan meetups, Project Fenrir Gaming, and more. All on today's episode of Uprising News. Hello, and welcome to Uprising News, the show where we share the latest clan news for Uprising Family Gaming. So as we're getting started, let's do some introductions. I am Big D 112358. Sitting over to my left is CauCajun Saint with his glass house helmet. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Nice to be here under the vault of glass, saying hi to you guys.
That's right. We're down here in the depths. Also over to my right is BFoutz 82. How are you, Foutz?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely glad to have you. We have been talking about having you on for a little while here, and this is the first time we've actually gotten you onto an episode, so congratulations and welcome.
Finally made it to the big show.
That's right. Also, kicking around somewhere or another is MitchWindoo. He just got weaseled, but he should be back with us in a minute. How are you, Mitch?
I'm pretty good. How is everybody else doing?
Great. We had Here for the Pizza jump into our fire team also. I think he thought we were actually making a vault attempt here.
He was trying to find us and get in on the action, but we were so far hidden he couldn't find us. I'll go with that. Pizza, you couldn't find us, Chuck.
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, so before we get started today, I just wanted to mention that if anybody has any suggestions for segments for future episodes of Uprising News, please get in touch with us. We're happy to, get you guys on and sharing some things that are going on in your gaming world, or, whatever you think might work well as a segment here on the show. As you know, we've had a lot of different people on, a lot of different episodes, and so, we're trying to keep an open door, and anybody that wants to be involved in an episode or share something with us here on the show, please get in touch. You can find us through Slack. You can always message me on Twitter if you're outside of the clan. I am at Big D 112358, and we'll talk about getting you on here as soon as we can. So we've got a fun show here today. We're recording this the Saturday night after Bungie's big Twitch reveal on Thursday about the Rise of Iron, which is great. So we're going to be talking about some predictions related to Rise of Iron a little bit later on. But we're actually going to start off here first talking about some clan meetups within Uprising Family Gaming. So, Cajun, I'm going to kick it over to you since you just met up with some clan members not too long ago.
Yeah. So it all started when a few people here or there would mention that they would be in a certain area for either like work or a meeting, a wedding or something like that. And someone else would pipe up in Slack and say, hey, that's where I live. Let's grab a drink. And soon we started making these hashtag meet channels in the Slack for different major metropolitan areas so people who live near each other could meet up more frequently. And so far there are Slack channels for Denver, Dallas-Fort Worth, New York, New Jersey, Phoenix, and Washington, Oregon. So if you live in one of those areas that was mentioned, go ahead and join that channel. Now, if you live in an area that I didn't mention, go ahead and make one with some of the other people that you know that are in a major area that's not close to any of those other ones. So you can get together and have something y'all can talk about when things are locally happening, a festival or some event. And then it's a good place for everybody to always be in that same channel. So when you can do it, a meetup or anything like that, everybody in that channel can get that information. So and for clanmates that travel for work, it's fun to meet members in the locale they are visiting. Even having local friends with similar interests to meet up is a nice bonus to have on top of a cool group of gamers to game with. So for our year 1 anniversary, we actually did something called Birth Rising for people who weren't around for that, or were just really new at the time, may not have been able to get in right then and there. But what Birth Rising was our first year being as a clan, and we had member meetups all over the place. And that was the day of our birth, and we celebrated 1 year of family gaming and not being dicks to each other. And so now one thing I did recently was I took the family in Uprising Family Gaming, literally, and had an Uprising Family picnic here with the Meet DFW channel members. We had 23 people in attendance, which included wives and kids. It was a potluck, and plenty of great food was had by all. A few photos from that event were shared here on the Slack, and if we can get them in time and set up right, we'll scroll them in here on the news show here in a bit. But yeah, that's it. And if anybody in the clan wants to meet up with other members, go ahead and do it. Take some pictures, post it, and let us know how it's going. And we'll see you in Slack.
Great. Yeah, and by the way, hopefully as people are hearing this, they're also seeing a bunch of pictures that you are going to send me to put into this video over the top.
Yes. We'll definitely. I will send you those photos, and we'll try to get some more from some of the other meetups if we can. That happened either around Birth Rising time, things like that. Photos that hopefully won't delete it. Slack deletes stuff about every 5 to 7 days for us, so we'll see if people have them and can reshare some of those photos from a while back.
Great. Cajun, thanks for sharing all of that about meetups, and hopefully we'll have a lot more of those going on in the future around the country and wherever you can find people from Uprising Family Gaming. But now we're going to move on to our next segment, and that is our reaction to the big reveal this past Thursday of Rise of Iron, which I know we've all been hungering for some new content in Destiny. This is, something that we've been clamoring for a while, and I think that we really woke up what was a little bit of a dormant community here, and people just got so excited all over Twitter, and the Twitch stream had like 220,000 people in it, and just really, really great to see this Destiny community come alive and get excited about some new stuff dropping. So we had tons of new information about Rise of Iron, which is great. So we thought that this would actually be a really good opportunity for us to do another segment of wild speculation. So we're based on what you guys saw this Thursday. I'm not going to do a breakdown. We don't need to tell everybody what was there because there's lots of other places that recap that Twitch reveal already. So there's tons of places out there on the internet where you can go and find that. We don't need to do that here. But what I am going to ask you guys to do, I'm going to go around and I'm going to ask you to make one prediction for something that you think is going to show up in Rise of Iron when it drops September 20th. And it can be based on evidence that you think you saw in that Twitch reveal. It could be something totally out of left field, but give us something that you think we're going to see, and then that way when it launches, everybody can applaud you for being so absolutely spot on and right about it, or mock you mercilessly for being completely way off base, or somewhere in between. So, but I will put my money where my mouth is, and I'll start off with my prediction. And I'm going to say that they're going to add something that a lot of PvP folks have been asking for a long time, something that guys like me who play a lot of Halo have been enjoying in other games for a long time, and that is something that people have been looking for with the Crucible, and that is custom matches. I'll tell you why I think it is there. So they put up that big chart right in the beginning talking about all the new features that were coming with Rise of Iron, right? So under new Crucible, there are 3 components listed: new maps, new mode, and new features. So new maps is self-explanatory, right? We're just going to get new maps to play on. However, new mode and new features, those are listed as 2 separate items. So what do they mean? New mode is almost definitely talking about things like Rift, Control, Mayhem. Those are PvP modes, right? So that leaves new features. And that, to me, points directly at custom matches. I think that they're going to announce that in a big way in one of their future Twitch reveals. I also think that when we talk about the fact that they're kind of leaving the old gen behind and just releasing on Xbox One and PS4, I think that that's the reason. I think that that was something that was not possible for some reason on the old tech, and I think that, with the just focusing on the next gen or current gen consoles, I think that that's going to make that a reality. So there you have it. I am etching my prediction in stone. And when I am proven right about it, you guys can just congratulate me on my soothsaying and worship me and my ability to see into the future. Or make fun of me because I'm wrong. Okay, so...
Yes.
I was already wrong once when I made some predictions the day before Thursday, but we'll pretend that video never happened.
Done.
It was close. I mean, it wasn't too far off.
Well, since you're piping up over there, Mitch, what do you got for us? What do you think is going to be in this thing?
Well, kind of like what you were saying, how they're going to bring in some new stuff. Because they were able to drop last-gen consoles, I think they're going to make the patrol areas a whole lot bigger in the new Plague Lands and the new social space. With the new generation of consoles, I think that the typical areas we have with, like patrolling the Dreadnought, patrolling Earth. What the hell is going on here?
What do you mean? Just keep talking. We're listening.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Mitch, they're leaving you alone. I shall protect you.
Thank you, Cajun. All right. Anyway, so I think the areas are going to be a lot bigger. They're going to harness the power of the new consoles, and I think there's going to be a lot more graphical richness, even though it's not a completely new game.
I like it. I like the idea of bigger patrollable areas. I think that, I don't know. I hope that happens. Good luck, Mitch. I hope you nailed it. Cajun, how about you, man? What do you think?
So this goes into like something that was kind of not talked about in the stream, but people saw in the stream and that I picked up on later, is that my prediction is that we will be able to bring our gear that we have now, year 2 gear, into there he goes, into year 3. So the reason is because notice some armor sets and some weapons that were on some of the Guardians that were playing Rise of Iron content in the reveal stream was weapons and armor we have available to us now. So that's why I think that because with the current infusion system, how weapon balance is very balanced right now, I don't think they're going to need to leave weapons behind like they had to do with things like Felwinter's Lie and Matador 64 and Galahorn and things like that whenever they were coming into year 2, and some of those were really broken in some of the PvE or PvP content. So that's my wild prediction, is that everything we have now will be able to take forward with us with the infusion system that they have in place.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to go back and watch those trailers now and look for year 2 gear for sure.
Yeah, watch the one where the 5 or the 6 Guardians are standing in front of the Death Zamboni, waiting for it to come at them. One of them's
Zamboni of Death.
Yeah, one of them is wearing the Taken armor set, the Hunter all the way to the left, and there's I think it's like a Hunter on the right or somebody on the right has the Stolen Will shotgun on his back. So, and then I've seen other people post of other things, but those are the ones that are pretty blatant because of the color scheme of those weapons standing out pretty much. So,
Cool.
yeah, look for that.
All right. Well, that leaves you then, Fouts. What's your big prediction?
I think they're actually going to bring back more year 1 weapons, like that have not shown up, like the originals. Recently they brought back the LDR and the longbow and all that stuff. And I still have not gotten one yet. I know, facepalm. I still use my year 1 LDR because I got the God roll on it. But I think they're going to bring back more of the original weapons. Is one thing I think, and then the other thing I think they're going to do is the new social space. I think it's going to be a huge improvement over what the Reef was, because the Reef was nice because it was new, but nobody uses it except for to get their trials card at all. So I think this new social space is going to be a lot more useful and a lot more used than maybe even Tower.
Cool. Yeah, I agree with you there. It's, people are still mostly going back to the tower. So if they have a social space that has its own unique draw beyond just, one thing like Trials of Osiris, that would be pretty neat.
You see my LDR files? Can you smell it? It's in front of your nose. It's right here. See it right here?
Suck.
It shoots you in the face too.
I don't even have mine on me, David. There's an app for that, though, right?
Uh-oh.
Yep, that's how I got mine right now. But as you were saying it, I went to the gear manager and brought it over just to put it in front of your nose. just here you go, sniff it, smell it.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. I like those predictions, and hopefully we'll find out sooner than later. September starting to seem like a long way away.
Feels so fun.
I know. So anyway, listen, let's get into one more big segment before we introduce our new clan members. Since we have BFoutz here, I definitely want to check in on how things are going with Destiny, and also a new venture that he is kind of helping to spearhead. So first of all, how are things going with Destiny?
Destiny is actually going really good. We finally broke the 500 mark download. So with 9 episodes, last time I checked was at 525. We've got some big name guests getting ready to come up, and I'm not going to spoil who it is. So we'll just leave it at that. But I think we'll be recording that episode sometime this week.
Is it Bernie Sanders?
No, much too. Well, I'm not going to go into that, but yeah.
Does he play Destiny? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Politics are bad. No politics.
Yeah, politics bad. Politics are bad.
Okay, man. I wasn't making value judgments. I was just imagining him playing Destiny and thinking that was a silly mental image.
Yeah, very.
Anyway, changing topics then.
So
you also have been involved with Project Fenrir. What on earth is that? And can you explain it to us and tell us a little bit about what's going on?
I sure can. So Project Fenrir Gaming is the brainstorm of two dads wanting to extend our presence in the gaming industry, sharing the fun times we have with our clan and our friends for everybody to see. Our ultimate goal is to offer a team that promotes each other inside and out, in hopes of getting greater opportunities for our team members to shine. Learning a lot from our friend N64 Josh's digital book, and the book is entitled How to Stream Full Time. From there, you can see what else. I got it all written down, but I got to remember. Sorry. Okay, so we're using this book as kind of like our blueprint, what we're doing, and it was Damian Nash and I kind of started it. And we brought Mr. MitchWindoo into this, and so he's kind of our third leg, so to speak. And we've all kind of got different roles. We've got Damien doing the social media type stuff, because that's what he's really good at. Mm-hmm. And then Mitch is just being Mitch, being there whenever we need him, and being a scapegoat to blame things on. And then, because Mitch does
the cool logos.
Yeah, Mitch is actually doing our logos. He's doing a great job at it.
And sniping people's faces.
Yes, somehow. But and then I'm doing all the behind-the-scenes tech work, trying to help streamers get their setups done, getting the layouts all built together, and everything like that. But it's going good. Right now we have 4 full-time streamers like that. We have our partner streamers. How do we name it, Mitch? Was it partnered? Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, we call them partnered streamers.
Yeah, which we have 4 partnered streamers. All of them are from Uprising. We have MitchWindoo, myself, Damian Nash, and BamJ from our Rogues division. And then we have a couple in training right now. We have Regos. Most of you might know him as Non-Zero Social Wolf. And then we also have BamJ's husband, Deadly Adder, is also starting to stream as well.
Great. So now, if people want to find you guys, sounds like this awesome streaming team, right? So if people want to find you, get in touch with you, where can we find you on Twitch and Twitter and other ways that we can contact you?
So on Twitter, it is at Fenrir _ Gaming. And then Twitch is Twitch TV / Project _ Fenrir _ Gaming. And then for, let's see what else, Gmail, where's our Gmail? Project Fenrir Gaming at gmail.com. And then we all have our own personal Twitches and stuff that we can leave in show notes if you want. I'll give you a link for all those.
Great. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Okay, so I guess that brings us kind of toward the end here, but before we wrap up our episode for this time around, I want to make sure that we introduce our new clan members. We have been bringing on a lot of new folks both in Uprising Rogues and Uprising Dads. So, Cajun, you want to introduce the newbies?
Sure enough. So we have 6 new members of Uprising Rogues. Sea Pigeon 304, Roaring Lime 3458, Crayon Eater, Daft Punk 2025, Dark Nalthor, and Marine Reaper 90. And then we also have 6 new members of Dads. And those are King Cole Nat, Mr. Mojo Has Risen, Kyle Juniper, Weird of Weird, Warbird XBL, and B-Way Simo.
Great. Well, welcome everybody. We're really glad to have you, and I've played with a couple of the guys and girls on that list, but I look forward to playing with the rest of you as well. And welcome to Uprising.
Yeah, welcome. Enjoy. Make it home.
All right, fellas, so that'll about do it for our 7th episode of Uprising News. So this is Big D 112358. And on behalf of CauCajun Saint and BFoutz 82 and MitchWindoo, we thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and catch you next time, Guardians.
Bye.